What would you say is the biggest challenge right now facing the band?
Well, the biggest challenge, I guess, is the getting the reception for this record that I feel like it deserves. I think we had the same challenge on the last record, and to some degree failed. Although I think on the last record it was, much of the failure was due to some much bigger sort of industrial failures at our label, and so it was fairly reasonable of us not to necessarily feel too much to blame. I think on this record we've been in a position of kind of being able to choose everyone who's working on the record, from marketing to press to radio, and really if things don't go the way we want them to, it's more our fault than anyone else's. To some degree, it's chance is a huge factor in something like this, but we're as responsible as any human being. And if we fail, we have only ourselves to blame. So the challenge is getting the record sort of to the next level of popular awareness. My feeling is that these songs are, as good or better than any of the good stuff that's on the radio. And it deserves to be heard by more people than our previous records have been heard by.
Are there any songs on the album that surprised you with taking a different direction than you thought during the initial creation periods for it?
I think the most uncharacteristic songs on the record are Pittsburgh and Foreign Kicks, and to a probably substantially lesser degree Ambition. Those are all the songs that are a little bit longer and also slower in tempo, and kind of have a darker sound, I suppose. The rest of the record tends to be quite upbeat sounding, and the songs are on the shorter side, and very, I guess, just immediate. And all of that was, or at least the latter category was very much what we were going for on this record. We were kind of consciously trying to make a short, extremely poppy record. The sort of the patron saint for this record was Weezer during their Green Album period. We were hugely impressed with what they were able to accomplish in under 30 minutes. And so we wanted this record to be under 30 and 10 tracks. And unfortunately, it went over. Well, I say unfortunately. I think it's great because a couple of the best tracks on there, I think, are the longer ones that ended up surprising us.
What exactly are you trying to open people's minds up to with the album?
Oh, I don't think we're likely to open anyone's mind to anything. I think the goal with our music is and always has been to make really good pop songs. I think a pop song, like any other piece of art, and maybe the best example of this is actually a joke, has to, through creativity and design, offer some sort of surprise to the listener, viewer, audience. So a pop song that is, too derivative, for example, that sounds too much like something else you've heard in the past, will not surprise you in any way. It'll just sort of immediately bore you, and you'll be dismayed by the fact that this is being considered a new song. So an effective pop song has this element of surprise that a joke does, where you're just not expecting whatever happens in the joke to happen. That's why you laugh. A pop song gives you pleasure because some exciting things happen. And things are only exciting if you don't entirely expect them. Even if you get on a roller coaster, you're going to be flung around on this ride, but your body's not expecting it. Your mind knows roughly what's going to happen, but in some respects it's unexpected. So that's what we're trying to do with the record, is make pop as defined in that way, and thus give people pleasure.
Do you have anything that you'd like to say to the Raiders of Popularity?
How about this? Check out the band Rewards. project by a good friend of mine and Keith's, Aaron Fenning, who was in the band Chairlift. This is his new project. He is opening our U.S. tour that begins tonight in Boston. And although he's doing most of this tour essentially solo, his full band effort is at least equally remarkable. And having heard at least an album's worth of songs, I anticipate a fantastic product out of Rewards very soon.